There are fears homes have been lost as the monster fire burning at Mount Gospers, northwest of Sydney, broke containment lines overnight. Damage assessment teams will head to Mount Tomah and Mount Wilson in the Blue Mountains today to assess the damage. We have our reporters live in the Blue Mountains fireground and at the RFS headquarters in Sydney for the very latest. Let's go first to Christy Coulter and Barambing. Christy, the Gospers mountain blaze broke containment lines, sparking a major emergency last night.
That's right, Annalise. That emergency warning was issued for Bilpin, Barambing, Mount Tomah, Mount Wilson and Mount Irvine late yesterday. Residents were told to get out or to seek shelter until that fire activity was finally reduced early this morning. Now residents are starting to see the damage that has been done. This house and business here on one property in Bilpin was absolutely destroyed as fire tore through this area last night.
I've lost the house behind, as you see, where that's the original house that we lived in it. And we got another one, but this one here I was going to turn it into to do it as a B&B, like, you know, for an extra income, everything. And because we live off the property, as in, like, you know, making coffees, apple pies, yeah, that's our living now. The cool room is burned down to a crumble. And like I said, I've got no insurance for the cool room and everything, and to rebuild a cool room, I don't know what's going to cost.
There's fears dozens more homes at Mount Tomah and Mount Wilson have also been severely damaged or even destroyed, but residents who left yesterday have not been allowed back in to assess the damage yet. The Bells line of road is closed at Bilpin as firefighters continue to backburn and do hazard reduction around the area. There's also fears of trees falling after flames up to 17 metres high tore through the area. This particular fire has already burnt through more than 350,000 hectares of land. That's an area the size of Greater Sydney, and there's fears it could get even worse today with hot temperatures, dry conditions and unpredictable winds. Anyone that's in the area is advised to have a fire safety plan in place and to keep up to date on the RFS Fires Near Me app and through media outlets.
Christy, thank you. Now, Stella Shadorovic at the Rural Fire Service headquarters in Sydney. Stella, the mega blaze has sparked another air quality warning for Sydney.
Well, Annalise, Sydney is once again being choked by thick smoke. The air quality double the hazardous level in Oakdale in the city's southwest, but Goulburn in the southern tablelands is actually the worst affected region this morning. The air quality there is 5 times the hazardous level, sitting at just above 1100 on the air quality index. Anything above 200 is considered hazardous. So residents in these areas are being advised to spend as much time as they can indoors with their windows shut, especially those suffering from heart or lung disease. This thick smoke that is blanketing Sydney is a direct result of this ongoing bushfire crisis that's gripping New South Wales. Annalise, more than 100 fires continue to burn right across the state from the Queensland border all the way down to the south coast. And RFS Commissioner Shane Fitzsimmons says it's going to be another long week ahead. More than half of these fires are yet to be contained, and RFS Commissioner Shane Fitzsimmons says it's going to be a long week ahead because we are going to see heatwave conditions gripping the state by midweek.
As we look ahead into this week, particularly as the heat wave starts to dominate much of New South Wales, we can expect to see very hot temperatures up into the mid-40s on a widespread nature across the state, and accompanying those temperatures will be some dry winds coming predominantly from the west but somewhat southwest, and this mix of convergence of winds along the coastal strip where we're going to see a south or southeasterly influence hitting east of the ranges. So a very, very challenging week for firefighters with the intensification of fire dangers expected to be peaking as we head into Thursday and then again potentially into Saturday.
Total fire bans are in place for 5 regions, Annalise, with a very high fire danger rating across much of the state as more than 2,000 firefighters continue to battle these blazes. So far this bushfire season, more than 2 million hectares has been burnt through, 6 lives tragically lost and more than 600 homes damaged or destroyed. So a very long bushfire season ahead for the RFS crews.
It is indeed, Stella. Thank you for the update. Meanwhile,